Fire is the most widespread calamity that causes enormous damage. The use of fire extinguishers is sometimes impossible, as people do not always turn out to be present at the place of catching fire, and at the same time, the use of complicated automatic systems is rather expensive. The enterprise Источник Plus has brought cheap, efficient, fast-acting, independent powder fire extinguishing modules Tungus, with high performance and wide operation opportunities into a commercial level. The modules Tungus have been highly praised by Minister Sergei Shoigu, Ministry for Emergency Situations, recommended the modules at the exhibition in Kyzyl for protecting offices. Ministry of Industry, Science and Power Engineering in the Sverdlovsk region offered to use modules for protecting power units at metallurgic works. Open Joint Stock Company Russian Railways recommended to use them while extinguishing fires at the railway transport. Dmitry Medvedev, the first Vice Prime Minister of the Russian government, at the demonstration test of the Tungus module in Kyzyl, approved the proposal of Sergei Shoigu, Ministry for Emergency Situations, of using the modules for fireproof protection of various purpose premises. Nowadays, the wall and ceiling mounted modules Tungus 2, Tungus 4 and Tungus 6i are in great demand. Their performance is superior to domestic and foreign analogs. For example, Tungus 6i, loaded with 6 kg of special powder, provides extinguishing at an area to 50 square meters, from the height to 9 meters. The closest analogs have the same performance, but at the same time they have more fire extinguishing reagent of 8 to 12 kg. The module Tungus extinguishes fires at an area to 25 square meters, and its analogs loaded with the same amount of extinguishing powder to 8 square meters only. Compared with all developed modules, Tungus 4 has the most compact shape that allows placing it behind the suspended ceiling and extinguishing fires at an area to 40 square meters, from the height to 9 meters. The enterprise has specially developed the module Tungus 065 for extinguishing fires in electric cabinets. It contains only 500 grams of extinguishing powder. It is enough to extinguish the fire in the volume of 2.4 cubic meters. The modules Tungus 065 and Tungus 2 are capable of operating in any phase orientation. The module Tungus 2 is recommended by Mosenergoprojekt for protecting no-go cable channels. The module Tungus 24, a powerful means for extinguishing big fires, has been developed at the enterprise. It extinguishes fires at an area to 75 square meters and in the volume to 250 cubic meters. Tungus 24 extinguishes in the horizontal state in the open air the fires of maximum rank 233B, situated at a distance 18 meters, and protects cable channels with a cross-section more than 4 square meters at a distance to 32 meters. Due to in principle a new method of extinguishing, based on the direct effect of the fire extinguishing powder jet flowing out of the module to the site of fire, its efficiency is far higher than the same of the current analog. The 20 kg loaded module in its efficiency is not inferior to the widely used analogs loaded with 80 kg powder. At the same time, the cost of Tungus 24 is 3 times as cheap as its analogs. All Tungus modules are pulse-acting products and can extinguish energized electric equipment without taking into account the value of breaking down voltage. The high-altitude module Tungus 9 extinguishes fires from a height to 13 meters at an area to 72 square meters and a volume to 216 cubic meters. This development gives an opportunity of applying modules for fireproof protection of industrial facilities, workshops. The module Tungus 10 supplies extinguishing powder upright to 25 meters and extinguishes fire at an area to 36 square meters and volume to 216 cubic meters. The development of modules with different direction of supplying extinguishing powder makes possible to avoid forming shaded areas difficult to access for the direct effect of a fire extinguishing compound on them. For example, when modules are mounted on the ceiling, this increases the reliability of extinguishing fires, extends the operation possibilities of the modules and field of their application. The modules are automatically actuated from standard automatic means or fire signaling systems, or independently from executive starting devices, or manually with a low power electric signal, triggering current being 120 mA and starting voltage 1.9 volts. The combined action of modules into operation is possible. Based on the module Tungus 6i, the self-operating fast-acting module Tungus 6i-S, ceiling-mounted, with the flame detector's pulsar built into its design and an independent starting unit that extinguishes fire in 15 to 20 minutes from the moment of its arising has been developed. The self-operating fast-acting portable Tungus 10S has been developed on the base of the module Tungus 10. It does not require mounting. It is enough to place it on the floor and switch the power supply unit built into its design with the help of tumbler. If fire arises, it itself provides its extinguishing. The Tungus modules have high performance. In contrast to existing domestic analogs, they can be used with the range of temperatures of -60 to +90 for 10 years without any technical maintenance. They are products of repeated use. High technical and operation characteristics of the modules are retained due to using specially developed at the enterprise loading elements as their parts. Sources of cold gas based on modern gas generating compositions and fine fire extinguishing powder ISTO-1 with guaranteed shelf life to 10 years that provides both surface and volume fire extinguishing. The Tungus modules have been certified by fire control authorities and ЗАО ES. There is the authorization of Rostechnadzor and Open Joint Stock Company Russian Railways to use them at fire and explosion hazard objects and railway transport. There is sanitary epidemic resolution confirming environmental safety and possibility of applying the modules at any objects practically. The developed modules are widely used at the territory of Russia and also in China, Mongolia and CIS for fireproof protection of various purpose objects including supermarkets, trade centers and stores, terminals, warehouses, production buildings, painting and drying chambers, oil basements, power equipment and transformer substations, cable structures, garages, petrol and gas stations, libraries, attics and cellars, public buildings and other objects. The Tungus modules have been introduced for protecting cable channels and collectors, panel boards and traction step-down substations. Have been mounted at the objects of warming up oil, gas condensate fields, bulk oil scaffold bridges. Have been included in the project of protection systems of open warehouses of diesel fuel in Yakutia. There are good prospects in using the modules for equipment protection in the far north regions, where the use of water for extinguishing fires is complicated by climatic conditions. The issue of developing fire extinguishing systems on their base for oil tanks, in high-voltage chambers, diesel premises, transformer substations, warehouses of fuel lubricants is under solution. The assembly line production of this fire extinguishing means with output 7,000 items per month has been introduced at the enterprise. The production has been certified according to the requirements of International Quality System ISO 9001. The equipment developed makes possible to reload the modules repeatedly at any service stations under the documentation of the enterprise Источник Plus. At the same time, the enterprise secures the delivery of loading elements in the necessary amount and in the shortest terms. Today, Источник Plus is the leader of manufacturing powder fire extinguishing modules. This is the only enterprise in Russia that produces the modules on its own element base and completes with loading elements the modules of other enterprises. Scientists and designers of the enterprise are working hard and developing new fire extinguishing means, fire extinguishing materials and process equipment. The products of closed joint stock company Источник Plus have been awarded 6 gold medals and a number of prizes of the All-Russian Exhibition Hall and the Siberian Fair, the first national prize for strengthening the safety of Russia, and many other diplomas of international exhibitions.